Hello, fellow potatoes. There are a few PSAs I forgot to mention in my really bad PSAs video, because I don't like wasting your time talking about Stockholm Syndrome and a specific game's development when the video is actually about why Mario is a game you shouldn't speedrun. But hey, talking about Stockholm Syndrome makes me seem smart. The only good video that wastes your time like that is that one 4-hour-long video about plagiarism by H-Bomber guy. Every PSA I'm going to be talking about is either anti-drug or anti-piracy, and that's because the people who make these PSAs have no experience in the subject matter whatsoever.
Well, I'm not a crook.
I like musical PSAs, but specifically not this one, because every time someone tries to be all hip with the kids, they fail miserably. If a part of this song sounds familiar, that's because it was sampled by TV Girl.
Caught thieving, stealing, taking what's not yours. I'm not a crook.
Stealing, taking what's not yours. No, worse. It'll go right to your thighs.
My thighs?
I actually thought this PSA was alright for above the influence standards. I hear you, Chris, but that's like saying Lunchly is healthy compared to Lunchables. You do not realize how low those standards are. This PSA deflates this poor girl. I mean, I've smoked my fair share of blunts, but I've never turned into a human pancake. There's the one that says, if you get high, you're gonna have a tiny little sloth following you around, and that's meant to be a bad thing? Sloths are fucking adorable! The message of this PSA was probably, if you smoke pot, you're not gonna do anything with your life. But how I see the message, it's safer to be lazy than to go out into the real world. This one is so over the top, and for absolutely no reason, similar to the stupid you wouldn't steal a car one. Also, they have them burning VHS tapes and not CDs. Come on, man, the joke writes itself. And that mischievous look. Every film CEO thinks a pirate is exactly that.
The pirates are out to get you.
You can't keep getting away with it!
I'm actually quite shocked I didn't mention Just Say No in my previous video, considering it's the most famous failed PSA campaign. But hey, Mario says if I do drugs, I'm going to hell.
And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
The worst part about drug use is it makes people start behaving erratically. They might squeeze a glass until it shatters. They might attack a cameraman that did nothing wrong. They might threaten small children, only to be friendly a moment later. Oh wait, Mr. T is on drugs.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
This one just aged horrifically because COVID and streaming absolutely ruined theaters, more so than what piracy could ever even do.
Peter, what are you doing? Crack? What the fuck?
Another just really infamous PSA that everyone likes to fucking clown on.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Quite a few, actually. Does McDonald's harvest brains for their breakfast sandwiches? Why is my brain smoother when it's not on drugs? And also, you forgot the non-stick cooking oil. You will have a terrible time cleaning that pan. How does piracy, something that is always deemed the cheaper option, fund things as costly as drugs and terrorism? And how do you know they fund that type of thing unless you are pirating your own things and using it to pay for drugs and terrorism?
I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger.
This one isn't bad, it's just weird. And everything that comes out of Canada is just weird. First off, why does he have such bad organization skills? He probably doesn't even know what's in a single one of those needles. And it's implied that drugs fucked up his eyeballs, but he probably slept on a used needle because that guy, he can't organize for shit. That's all I have for this video, and I have Mario from the Super Mario Bros. Game himself to tell you something. It's me, Mario, and if I catch you doing drugs, I will break your kneecaps. Let's go!